and welcome to Grace and Lottie's. It's 10 a.m., so we are live now, ready to go. So I'm going to zoom in my camera right here. So I can't do that ahead of time on the YouTube app. It doesn't let me. Let me get things adjusted. This could be our last day with our mushrooms here because we've almost finished everything here that's here to do. Hold on, I have my sound up on my iPad, so I am ready now, so I can see chat. Um, so getting ready to jump in here now with this one today. I have it feels like a ton of supplies. I've got my koh-i-noor progressives right here, ready to go. My sharpener, my eraser. I've got pastels. I shave my pastels into little tubs, and that makes it really fun and easy to put onto my page, and they're ready to go. And I use these cute little precision Q-tips that you can get. They have a pointy end on them, so you can get into the little areas a little bit easier. As well as I have my assortment of gel pens. I have the Uniball Signos here. These have a pretty wide tip on them, so I like to pair those, and I will open these up right here with my jelly rolls that I use to do a lot more finer lines, as well as I have the metallics and the glitters. I always have to remember that these are the metallics. They look like because of the top that they would be glitter, but they are the metallics and these are the glitter. And the clear glitter is probably my favorite gel pen ever. So just to let you know that we will probably be using that one quite a bit in here. And there is a silver and a clear, so you want to look at the tip if you have both of them, because as you see, they look pretty similar here. This is the clear. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. Last week we finished down here. Well, we ended the stream down here. We didn't finish, so I'm going to jump in there first. Let me get zoomed in on that bottom area for it. So let me get lined up nicely so you guys can see what's going on with that. Okay, I think that looks pretty good there. I decided to do these like the Dr. Mario game that was popular when I was in, goodness, it was probably late middle school for me, early high school, which would have been the early 90s. There, I'm giving my age away. And there were these little pills that Mario would throw. And so I thought that fit for these little bits down here. And they were basically an orangey yellow, blue, and red. Now, with our progressive, we need to remember that the red looks like pink. This is the carmine right here. And oh, I'm realizing I don't have my cheat sheet ready. Let me get my cheat sheet here real quick so I can tell you guys the names of these. I knew I had a to-do I didn't get done. There it is. Always one thing that gets missed, it feels like. There we go. Here's my cheat sheet. So I have my names ready. And make sure I tell you guys the right names of these. So yeah, this is the number 10, and it is carmine, and it is a great red. And I'm probably gonna come back and do more blues and oranges, but I wanna get an idea for where all of these are going first. And they were always 2 colors, so that's why I'm not putting 3 colors. They were 1 or 2 colors, but not 3. So just teeny little bits right here that I'm putting in. And fading that out. I'm gonna get my white on that one and pull that color up. Right into there. These are so tiny that, in all honesty, you could probably get away with just coloring them in solids. I like to work what I can to get some interest with a little bit of variation in there and not have it all be one color. So here we are. And then coming in with the white. And for those of you who aren't familiar, and this is your first time, I am using koh-i-noor Progresso pencils completely on this one. They come in 12 and 24 packs. I have the 24 right here. The reason I picked those is because the color palette kept it simple. A lot of people who do these videos like and watch them like to have the colors at the bottom. Well, doing a live stream, I don't have the capabilities right now to be able to put in any sort of additional information. So I picked these because the colors were simple and it would be easy to see which one I was using on these. They are made by Koh-i-Noor. They they're the same core, like composition wise, as their regular pencils. They're an oil base pencil instead of wax. Let's turn out a little pinkier than I'd like. A little more red in. And deepen that up. Today I was doing my research as we get ready to go into the little bugs, because to me those seem like they might be a little enemy to these. So it's fun looking up all the Mario enemies. I don't think I've ever Google searched that one before, so something new to look up. Got to decide who these are going to be, so we will look at those a little bit later. I'm not going to tell them now. I'm not going to give any spoilers for where we're going with those, but some fun there. So I would love to know if you're watching, where you are. I am in San Diego, technically La Mesa. That's part of San Diego. It's an east part of the San Diego area, referred to as East County. And it's just kind of like the start of East County here. The cool thing is with YouTube is that we could be all over the world and coloring together, which is pretty cool to me. And I am really not having any rhyme or reason down here as to which ones I'm coloring what. I find that it's better if you just kind of do it freely, because if you try to place them too perfectly, it doesn't look kind of random like they just landed. So I'm just going in. That's why I'm back and forth and kind of all over the place. Although if this really was Dr. Mario and doing this, if they touched and they were the same color, they would, after a couple lining up, they would disappear. That was kind of the fun of that game. I don't know if any of you guys out there played it. I did. I still do. We have one of the classic Super Nintendo, or not Super, the classic Nintendo systems here, and it's my son's. And so we will challenge each other on that pretty regularly. Surprisingly, these don't look like they would make that great of a point, but they make, I mean, you see how the little tiny areas that I'm getting in there with right now, they make a really good point. They look like crayons, but they don't act like them. And if you've never used them, just a word of warning, they are fragile, so be careful with them, because I have broken several of mine. Come back in with the white here to blend it all up. I did sharpen all of my pencils before we went on, so I knew that my white was clean before I came in here. Anytime you're using your white to blend, you want to make sure that you clean it between colors. Otherwise, you'll have a little bit of the color left on it, and you will get a sad surprise when you go to your paper and, like, say you're doing yellow and you just did blue, and like all of a sudden you get this blue streak in the middle of your yellow, and that's not easy to clean up. Word of caution there. Like this. Oh, I didn't get that one. And if you notice, the white does kind of pull it just a little bit as it's going. So we've got a couple more people here watching now. I'm just going to ask once again where everybody is, because I love knowing where people are watching from. saw that I had somebody come into the room before we started at 10. I do try to do these every week at 10 o'clock, and I'm sorry we weren't here yet. So, because the live stream was scheduled to start at 10, so that's why you weren't able to see anything. But we are here now. Hopefully you are back. Back in with this pretty carmine. I love this red. I think this is a very, very, very pretty red. Not too orange, not too blue. Took me a little while today because I was looking for the background, and it was in my image searches that I got the idea that I was going to go in the teal family for the background when I started seeing some of the Mario images against that background. I thought, oh, that works out great. So I'm like, you know, the Mario sky is very blue. This isn't a castle, so it's not ominous. It's not like a sewer level. Trying to decide that was a little bit interesting. Trying to come up with it. I'm looking forward now to using that color. For those of you who don't know, I have teal hair, so I do like that color quite a bit. Let's see, what blue did I use last week? I really think I used this one right here that I used. It's called light blue. What did I use? I think I may have used dark blue. I bet you I did. I'm going to do a couple of blue here. Yeah, I used dark blue. Didn't write that down. Didn't think I'd need to remember. I'll go back in now and start mixing up these colors. Wondering if anybody out there has music that you like to listen to while you color. Normally I do have music going. It's just that with the rules for streaming and things like that, I don't want to violate any copyright laws, so not playing any of my normal music mixes. But we are exploring some options for how to play music while we do these, which will be kind of nice in the background. I don't have a fancy setup here. I'm honestly just streaming off of my phone. So, oh, and I'm noticing we are spinny wheeling. I'm going to watch and see if that comes back because we had some problems with the feed last week. So I'm going to pause for just a moment. If it's good for you, I'll let it be. Okay, I'm coming back. So hopefully everything's great there. I'm doing this by myself, so I have to kind of watch an iPad while I'm working and hope that everything's going. Like last week, we restarted because it was so pixelated. I didn't want to do a pixelated video, and we found out yesterday, one of my streams that I did an unboxing for a new Crayola product was totally pixelated. So I then went back and refilmed something so that what was up on YouTube was not a horrible, awful, pixel-laden video. I was debating what to do with these, and I think I'm going to make them red, like some red ruby kind of jewels, because we do have red coins in Mario. I've been debating, kind of trying to decide. And looking at my picture now, I think we could do a little red down here, and it might balance those mushrooms out. Even though I don't want to take away from those mushrooms, I think they're a gorgeous draw your eye in piece right there too. So thinking about that right now. I've got some time. The beauty of coloring is that you don't have to make all the decisions at once. You can come up with an idea, think about it, and then visit it again a little bit later. Blending now with my white. Yes, if you guys were watching, you noticed I just broke my own rule and that I did not clean that after my red. I am fortunate that nothing happened. Sometimes I get a little scatterbrained when I'm trying to do the live streams with you guys doing a whole lot at once. And I'd love to know where you're watching from. Get that one once it starts filling up, it gets a little more difficult to start placing some of these colors. I try to avoid touching, but knowing that if these were randomly dropped, there would be some that touched, so it's good to let them do that. Also wanting to have good color distribution with this. It's weird right now at my house because Ben is at work, the kids are all at school. This is my first live stream in a while where I've actually had the house being just me and the puppy. And she's even laying here all curled up beside me on her blanket, being as cute can be. She's becoming quite the cuddler now as she's getting bigger, which we don't mind one bit. I'm gonna go in now and do a little bit of yellow around. It's gonna be a yellow, remember it's an orangey kind of yellow. So I go in first with the actual orange, which is number 2 in this one. Just very lightly. And I end up using 3 full colors in this, and yellows are finicky in blending and they're a little more difficult to get in. So that's why the 3 colors are really needed to get these put together well. Otherwise, it's very difficult to perceive the gradient that you're creating, if there's any difference whatsoever. That's about as far as I'm going to go from here. They're going to go into the white little bits. Let's see here. Oh. Okay, now the dark yellow. It's number 13. It took me a minute to remember. I could have looked at it. It's right here. Trying to find the ones I just did. Sometimes it's hard to see them. Now the yellow. This is number 1. It's crazy quiet in my house today. I'm not used to that. 3 kids in a little apartment. It tends to be fairly active here most of the time. And this morning it's like, ooh, it's really quiet. I can hear some traffic outside. Nothing crazy though. It's even a quiet day for that. It's not coming in with red. Again, finding little ones that haven't gotten to yet. Do that in blue. I think blue there would be pretty. And red. Does anybody have exciting plans for their Monday out there? I have family coming in this week, so I'm going to be getting ready for that a little bit later because I do work the rest of the week. Let me see, I think, yeah. Yellow was used last, so this is pretty clean and ready for use with the red. It's not going to create any issues. So I'll be getting the house ready, finishing laundry, all of those fun, exciting tasks that need to be done for life. I know, you thought YouTuber, she has a glamorous life. Not so much. Oh, somebody's going out. You can hear their vehicle out there. Back in with some yellow here. There was one I wanted to do yellow right in here. Where was the other one? Oh, here. You are going to be yellow. I think that's cotton. I can't remember which one I just did. So you reach a certain point with these, it's hard to tell. Pretty yellow right in there. Now some more blue. And this is number 6, or sorry, not number 6, number 7, by the way, in the set, in case you were wondering which one I was using. It's a very lovely deep blue. It calls it dark blue. I think it's kind of more of a sapphire-y kind of a color, personally. And it is the darkest blue in the set. What's cool with a lot of these is you can blend to make darker shadows, like if you want it. And so you would use a purple or something like that to deepen it a little bit. And so to have a true like midnight blue isn't 100% necessary in a set like this. You can create those tones using other colors. So it is a little bit harder, like say if you've got a set and the darkest is like just a true blue, not even a slightly darker or a true green. Okay, I'm looking that I'm pixelated again. I'm gonna hold off for just a second, see if that fixes. If not, I will end the live stream and come back because that is the best way I found to fix this. Yeah, I am very pixelated. Ah! Hold on, waiting to see. Looks like it's trying to come back. I don't know what, we checked our internet this morning and it was working great. So I'm watching. Anybody, if you're watching, can you let me know if you're getting a